sit and chat here before we get started. We are going to unbox my Bargain Bead Box today. We just got that in the mail yesterday, and I just barely split the top. I haven't actually done anything else with it. So, hopefully this is going to work out the way we want it, and we can take a look at stuff. Give it a wait. Oh, now I have nobody on. Well, we'll wait for just a few, see what happens. We are going to open our Bargain Bead Box, our newest one. And if you don't want to see what is in it, if you haven't got yours yet, by all means, go ahead and pop off. Hey, Anita. Hi, Zach. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Sid. Folks coming on. That's good. How's everybody doing this morning? Well, like I say, we are going to open up our newest Bargain Bead Box. Hi, Dawn. That just came. I haven't really got into it. I just slit the top. Here's our paperwork, though. Shall we read the paperwork before we go and do anything else? Yes, my husband finally did get home. What normally takes 2 flights, he had to do 4 in order to get here. And Sunday, he got, I don't know how many calls from the airline saying that they'd canceled one of the legs of his flight, so they had to switch him around. And I think he called telling me his flights had changed like 4 or 5 times on Sunday. And then on Monday, they changed again. And like I said, he ended up having to go on four different flights to get home. The original one to Minneapolis, then Minneapolis to Denver, then Denver to Salt Lake City, and then finally, he did get home. So, but it was like 11 o'clock at night. So it was an experience, I'm sure. At one point, he thought he was going to end up getting stuck in one of the airports because of all of the flight cancellations and everything. But they did manage to reroute him again to get him to where he needed to be. So he did finally get home late last night. So he said it was quite the experience. But anyway, so he is home now, so that's good. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. I hope you're having a nice day. Now, my husband is a veteran, so that's good. Actually, usually on this day, we end up going to one of the local restaurants because they do, there's a few of them in town that serve the veterans a free lunch. So we may end up doing that later today. So we'll see how that works. But the cats are following my husband around like puppy dogs because he's been gone for 4 days and they just can't handle that. And so Lily's at his feet constantly today. So it's been sort of funny. So anyway, our Bargain Bead Box is called Winterberry Wishes. And it says natural purple gemstones, including phosphorite, I never can pronounce that word, aventurine and lepidolite mix with icy aquamarine in this berry tone twist on classic holiday motifs with copper finished poinsettia accents, sparkling crystal, high quality glass pearls, and lampwork leaves complete this collection. So that's always that's good. And of course they have the 30% off coupon here for the members of the box for the subscriptions. And then the next thing down is they're talking about your creations in a contest. And it says, show us what you make with your shipment and you'll be entered to win a $50 gift certificate to Bead Box Bargains. To enter, share a photo of your creation featuring the beads in this shipment via email to support@bargainbeadbox.com or join our Facebook group, Bargain Bead Box Creative Corner, and share your photo there. Always a good thing. Hi, Tina. Hi, Carolyn. So glad you guys could make it. Hi, Heather. Hi, Donna. Hi, Beth. I was just saying to those who are new on the channel so far this morning that my husband did get home yesterday. Took him 4 flights, and I don't know how many canceled flights and rearrangements that Delta did to get him home, but he did get home last night at about 11 o'clock at night. So the kitties have been following him around like little puppy dogs. He's actually almost tripped over Lily once or twice. But because they missed him, you know. So but you didn't realize they did a contest, Heather? Yeah, they've always done this contest. I actually have won it once. I was just really surprised, but and so I'm sure I missed him too. You're right. But then the next thing after they talk about the contents, they say that you can find tutorials from them and sneak pics and things like that at their Beadbox Bargains YouTube channel. And if you have a problem, you can contact them at support@bargainbeadbox.com. They say they typically answer within 24 hours. And I got to tell you, any problem you have with your box, any problem, you can contact them and they will make it right. They're great. Their support is wonderful. So anyway, this is what all the information. So let's flip this over. It looks like we have 21 items in it this time. And we're going to get into our package. Well, I guess it would help if I turned it down so you guys could see what we're looking at, isn't it? So let's do that. Yeah, there's our list here. Is it a random drawing or based on the design itself? You put your designs in, and it's actually voted on by the other designers. So whoever gets the most comments on their piece is the person that wins. So that's always cool. So we have a purple bag this time. Usually when it's purple, the bags are generally sort of color-coded to what we get. They did say lepidolite and phosphorite and a few others that are colors that I know are purple. I did remember my box today to put our stuff in, so we'll put that right here beside us. And it says number 1 is a pendant. That's 10, 11. Here's number 1. Number 1 is a 30 by 18 millimeter amethyst teardrop pendant. So retail price is $7.99. Ooh, that's pretty. I wouldn't mind if it was a little bigger, but it's very pretty. I got some good color in mine. So we'll get this in slot 1. If there's any other pendant things, it'll go into slot one as well so that we have more room for other stuff. So number one in its box. So this is 6, 8, 5. Ugh, those are, sorry, I don't like those, but that's all right. Everybody has their own preferences, and we all know that my preference is not for matte beads. So 19. Ooh, they have pine cones. What number is that one? 13. And 15. Oh, I've got some of these. These are really pretty connectors. Number 9. 11. Oh, there's some pretty poinsettias here. 12. 13. Sorry, I'm trying to get these in some kind of a little bit of order here. There's number 2. So that's the next one up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2. Couldn't care less about these. These are open jump rings. They're round ones. I rarely ever use round jump rings. The only reason I do upon occasion is if I need something that a regular piece can't go into. A oval one. 18. And generally, if that happens, it's because I've made something quite large and I need some more space. So it doesn't happen very often that I want one of those. So, okay. So we got them in order here now, pretty much anyway. Yes, true. It is good prices. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good today, Anita. Oh, that's true, Beth. Anyway, they used to have 2. I'm not sure if they still do or not. Let's see, does it say? It states 1. Show us what you make with your shipment and you'll be entered to win a $50 gift certificate. Or share your photo there. So it doesn't really state if there's more than one. Anyway, number 2 is a 7-inch strand of 3x2 phosphorite faceted rondelle beads. Retail price is $7.99. Those are tiny little guys. They're pretty. Slot 2. And number 3 is going to be a 7-inch strand of 8mm purple lepidolite round beads. Their retail price is $6.99. You know, we don't really need this. I can read this right off the labels. So we're going to take this, and we are going to mention that it says on the lists, it does say if it's lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. I don't know if it does say this on our paperwork here, but and it says the retail price of this shipment is $84.09. So a very, very good deal, because it doesn't cost you anywhere near that. Yeah, I think I did. This is the purple lepidolite. Now this is a pretty one. Oh, look, it's got some flecks of mica in there. See, there's a little bit of shimmers in that one. So those are nice. Into pot 3. Spot 4 is a 6mm aquamarine, which has been heated. It's faceted round, 7 inches. Retail price is $7.49. Now, we all know that if they have any extras of this, they're not going to charge $7.49. These are pretty. Actually, some of these look more like moonstone almost than aquamarine, but they are pretty. I like these babies. So that's in spot number 4. Number 5, 10mm purple aventurine frosted round bead, 7 inches. Retail price $4.99. Okay, I know they're frosted rather than matte. The only difference is the way they're made between matte and frosted. They still look the same. I don't like them. The only really frosted or matte ones I like are sea glass because, you know, it's sea glass. I would prefer to have my stones not have the added addition of the frosted to it. Now see this right here? It's not got frosted all the way down to the bottom. And it's so much shinier and pretty without that crud on it. And a frosted is just generally just a coating, whereas a matte is is another process. And that's actually why matte costs more. It's actually another process that they do after they do the regular polish. So it's sort of weird in my opinion. But as you can see, you could rub some of this off to a degree. If you rub on it enough, see there's a little bit of it coming off on my fingers. But I would prefer it without the frosting on them. I think they're so much prettier when they don't have a lot of gunk on them. So this is number 5, 10mm purple aventurine. And as I say, I think they have a lot more color showing, a lot more color shows through and stuff when they're not got this process on them. That was number 5. Number 6 is aquamarine heated faceted cylinder beads, a 5-inch strand, retail price $5.99. Come on, babies, out of there. Now, I have some of these that are much bluer than these are, but these are still pretty. But like this one's almost clear. You pull that blue string out of it and you're not going to see all that blue color in there. But I do like those. They are pretty. And they are silly. Well, a lot of these are sometimes more, when you put them on their end, more hexagonish. These do have more than 4 sides because there's a cutoff right here on this side. But those are pretty. I don't mind those. Now 7 is going to be 5.5mm English cut faceted crystal round beads in lavender AB, 10 inches, $3.99. Now I was thinking there was something that Lauren said in her sneak peek that they weren't what the description said on here. This looks like it looks like 10 inches. Regular price is $3.99. I love an English cut. I'm not sure I like them in, well, they're all right. They're not a favorite, but they are all right. It always weirds me out how they say they're English cut, faceted, but they're round. They're not round. I don't know where they get that they're round. Maybe they were before they were faceted. So that is number 7. Number 8 is 5x3 crystal faceted rondelle beads in a winterberry mix, 15 inches, $3.99 is the retail price. Now these are pretty. Now, as I say, I know they have these mixes, and I would prefer to have just a solid color, or maybe 3 little strands of, smaller strands of solid color, because inevitably I'm going to feel I need to separate these colors out. But they are pretty. Especially like this pinky one in here. But I'm surprised we've only come up with one pendant so far. Usually, there's quite a few. Number 10 is 20 pieces of 11 by 7 millimeter glass leaf beads in a slate rainbow iris. Their normal price would be $1.99. Are you a strand? Nope, you're loose. 20 pieces. They are pretty. Though, quite frankly, I usually prefer my leaves to either be greens or oranges or reds or something like you'd normally see a leaf. I don't think I've ever seen a leaf this color. So, scoop you guys up and get you into your slot. Oops. Number 9 are the pearls they talked about. 8 millimeter glass pearl beads in mulberry, 15 inches. Regular price is $3.79. Now, these are definitely glass pearls, and one of the ways to tell that is the price, because the shell pearls that you also can get from Bead Box Bargains, they're more expensive than this on the website. So these are definitely glass pearls. They look like they're in pretty good shape. One thing I find I have to be careful with glass pearls is that sometimes the coating down near where the hole is at will chip off. But when that happens, I tend to just get some bead caps and put on. So these are very pretty pearls. I really love this color. I think it's stunning. So hope you guys like that color too. It's a very nice color. I actually am going to need to cut that strand so they'll fit in the box. They don't want to go in there because it's a really long. Number 11 looks like, lampwork glass twisted leaf pendant in a copper rose. $2.99 is their regular price, which means regularly these would have been $1.50 a piece. They're very pretty. Look at the shine of the copper inside that. Though their hole is up here at the top, so you would have to maybe use one of those round jump rings. But oh, you got some beautiful matte apatite? Yeah, right. I don't care. I really don't. I think we'll put those in with the big pendant because there's only 2 of them, and if I put them in earrings or something, they're going to be gone instantly. So we'll put those in with our big pendant. Save that spot. Save us a spot there. Next is number 12 is 4 pieces of 28 by 23 millimeter poinsettia pendants, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free for $2.99. Ooh, these are pretty. Check these out, guys. And you could paint these, put some green and some red for the poinsettia, a little yellow if you wanted to. And they'd be very, very pretty painted. So There is number 12, our poinsettia pendants. Oops, I got something in the wrong box here. I got my pearls in the same slot as my leaves. That's not good. We don't want that. And actually, I think I'm going to take and cut this pearl strand right now so it'll fit down in here better. Oops, there goes pearls. Number 13 is 10 pieces of 13 by 7 millimeter pine cone charms, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free for $1.99. And I think pine cone charms are really cute. So I have used these in the past. I think the ones I used were bronze. If you want them to look like they're snow covered, you can take a sponge and put a little white paint on your sponge and dab it on here. You don't want to try painting it on because it gets too thick. But a sponge dabbing it looks really just like snow on them. Number 14. Well, let's go see what's going on in the comments because I haven't been paying attention to them at all since we've been going through our box here. Those ugly matte things are your favorite thing in the box? Well, that's nice. So now we have number 14 is 2 pieces of 21 by 19 millimeter poinsettia flower pendants, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, $1.99. Those are pretty. They're I like those. Again, I think I might paint them to give them that little extra bit of oomph. So those can go into number 1 slot 2 with the other pendants. Number 15 is 10 pieces of 16 by 8 millimeter dotted filigree floral links, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free for $2.99. I have these in various colors. I use them as connectors in earrings. They make a great connector in earrings. You can put a bead up above if you want, and then hang something from the bottom. Makes a really, really pretty earring. For instance, if you guys recall, I still had some snowmen from the other day. These are gold, but oh well, who cares? You could take your little snowman and hang him from there and then put like a green or red bead up at the top for a nice little dangle earring. So they do make a wonderful connector. You could use them in a bracelet as well if you wanted to. But I like these connectors. I do have some in my own stash of various metal types. Silver, copper, and I think bronze, maybe gold. Oh, you're not supposed to put them back in there. They go in the box. That's what you got the box out for. So, number 16 is next, and it is 6 pieces of 14 by 10 millimeter branch patterned oval beads, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free for $2.99. I have some of these, like this, in bronze. And they're just an oval with a leaf pattern etched into it and then colored somewhat. So that was number 16. Number 17 is 40 pieces of 7mm scrolled bead caps, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. $3.99 is their price. These are a pretty bead cap. And I think I have some similar to the, like these, but in a different color than the copper. But that's a pretty color. And it's a pretty bead cap. Looks like our next thing is our chain that we get frequently, and I'm always glad to see said chain. It is number 18, 1 meter of 4x3mm textured cable chain, lead-free, nickel-free, $3.99. See that? Isn't that pretty? This is a nice chain. I like this chain. It's got little patterns in the links, and that's why it calls it textured. It doesn't say that it's steel, so I don't know that it is, though probably the first time I try to cut it, I will make sure I do use my heavy-duty cutters, so I don't have to worry about if it is or not. But that's number 18. Number 19 is 2 pieces of 24x17mm floral toggle clasps, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, $1.99. And I have some of these that look like this that I've had for years that are silver rather than copper. And they are a pretty toggle clasp. This is one of those clasps because it is a pretty one that I might even consider using as a front clasp or a side clasp. So those are pretty. I'm going to put those in with my chain in my box because we still have 2 more things. Oh, one's those dumb jump rings. They're not even going to come out of the bag, so they can have their own spot still. Next is 6 pieces of 7x4mm scrolled tube bell beads, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, regular price $1.99. These are bells, and it's always nice to have a little bell that matches your other things. So there's a bell. And the last thing is, like I say, I'm not even going to really take them out of the bag. It's 5 grams of 4 to 10mm brass jump ring mix in antique copper. Regular price would be 99 cents. They're in all different sizes, actually all different colors too, because see, these are much more matte-like, and these are more coppery. Come to a pretty good size one. This one is, well, there's one that's loose. And then they got some tiny ones too, but like I say, I generally do not use round jump rings unless I need something to go through a pendant that won't take a regular oval one. So those are going to go back in the bag because I'm not probably going to. The likelihood of my using these is slim. I don't use this type of thing very often. So there we go. That is our kit. Not what I would normally think of as Christmas stuff, which is what this sort of represents, obviously, since we have all of the poinsettias. These poinsettias are pretty, but I actually think I prefer, that's the leaf, not the other poinsettia. I thought I put all the poinsettias in one spot. Ah, well. Oh, nope, they're over here, the other two poinsettias. So maybe I'll move those other poinsettias over to this other box here, the spot. I do like these ones a lot. They're really pretty. Come here, you guys. You can go in this slot with the other poinsettias. Though we might use those poinsettias. So, but as I had said previously, you could take a connector, come here, connector, and we could take our poinsettia, hook it to down here like so. Though we want a bead, probably something, I think I'd want something bright though up at the top. We could hook these together, or you could put a bead in between and then another bead up here, or no other bead up there and just put a bead here. You could paint these so they'd have more color to them rather than just the come here, you. I want the other one. Is this the other one? It is, yes. Come here. Let me see here. And you could paint the whole thing or just paint little bits of it, not paint it at all if you don't want to paint it at all. But I really should put but you could paint the petals, which if you've ever seen a poinsettia, and I'm sure most people have, the petals are actually just leaves that are a different color. They're almost identical to the leaves. So, oh, hold still. That's pink. Oh, don't want black. Why would I want black? A little green might be helpful though. Looks like this green's getting a little dry. It's one of my older pins. This is one of my first pins that I'm using here, and it's pretty dry, so, or used up, so it's not putting a lot of color on here. But that might be actually not too bad to not have a lot of color for the green. But it emphasizes the red. So Oh, cool. That's good to know, Dawn. Thank you. Yeah, toggle clasp, that's the problem. If you don't have enough weight behind them, they will release, and that is the reason I don't use them as much as I used to. I used to use them on necklaces all the time, but and on bracelets, but I don't so much anymore. For two reasons. Number one, you've got that problem. They can release on you if you don't have enough weight behind them. And the other thing is because I like a lot, I've used a lot of lobster claws anymore, my larger size, and that's because you can easily put a sorry, I'm reaching above me to try and find my yellow pin so that I can dab a little yellow in the middle of the our little poinsettia right here. Yeah, that'll do. Hi, Cindy. Let this dry for a little bit before we put the yellow in the center. So you can see the yellow, the red is trying to bleed through on this one, so a little bit. So we will wait for a little while because I do have some red on the copper. And this has a word on here that I do not understand what it is. Pluripotency. Whatever. May have to look that up. So there's our poinsettias painted. And I think they are much prettier painted. The other ones are really pretty. The ones that are the other charms. But I don't I think they need painted too. But I think lots of things need painted. These actually should be sprayed, so I didn't have to worry about anything coming off. But now we can connect these here. Just connect them together with the jump ring. And you can you can put a bead in here, or you can put a bead on top, or you don't even have to do that. You can just put an ear wire above. And actually, just a second. I don't know how many of you got the decorative kidney wires, the big kidney wires from Bead Box Bargains. I'm not sure if they still have them or not. But I got, well, I got all the colors, but there is in here, that's bronze. This is copper over here. Oh, give me 2 of them. There we go. And could put this on the top without any more beads, because let's face it, when it's this long of a kidney wire, you really don't need any beads. And I just put the connector piece onto here, and I'm going to close this up. I don't like having this open like this. Some people do, because then you can just change them out, but they can also fall off. So, and then you can just hook this right up to here and have a very, very pretty Christmas earring. So I've got this on here, so I'm going to close my loop up here. And I just take my pliers and push it closed most of the way, if not all the way. Then, because I have done that, this piece is risen up, so I will bend it down again, so it's down further again. Now, this isn't entirely closed, but it's closed enough this piece isn't going to slide out. So this really pretty little rhinestone kidney wire, and then we'll just attach this painted piece onto it. And I do want to go spray those so I don't have to worry about any chipping and things on the paint so much. So we're not going to put those on right now, but see, I'm just going to push this up. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to pull it down so that it's hitting that curve more where it's supposed to hit there in the kidney wire. So there is, once I have these painted, I'll just bring them onto here. No extra beads, because this is a long earring as it is, because the kidney wire is long. And that's a pretty pair of earrings. There's another bundle going to come up from Bead Box Bargains on Friday. Is it a companion bundle or just an extra bundle? Because they do both, so legitimate question there. I haven't seen anything about it yet. No, I don't want you to open back up. I want you to go down some more. So I'm going to hold this and move this down some. See, I like it to be right there where that curve is at in our kidney wire. So we're going to move that down some, like so. You know, when I first got my ears pierced, kidney wires were the only kind of wires they had, but they weren't this big. They were just a regular small kidney wire, but no opening back up. So I will take and spray the poinsettias with Krylon after clear enamel after we finish this, and it's got to dry for a few more minutes. That little bit of oily paint pen that I used, it doesn't dry as fast as the acrylic paint pens, but the paint does stay better. So it's very pretty. I think even though the green was almost dry and didn't give us a lot of coverage, that's actually fine. It just gave us enough color to give us a nice little bump. So there is our poinsettia earrings. A companion bundle. Cool. That's fast to have a companion bundle out already. So I'll have to go check that out. So look at that. We haven't even been on an hour. So let's see if we want to make something else. Do we want to make something else? I think these earrings are going to be really pretty. Um, but so you could use these little guys as an earring too, in almost the same fashion. If you wanted to put them with these guys, but you might want to have some more, since they're so pale, you may want another color. These little leaves are side drilled. Yeah, too much. I don't know. We'll have to see. This could also hang in the middle of a hoop if you were to make a hammered hoop around it. Should find my white paint and a sponge and show you what I mean by making these into snow-covered pine cones. But I'm not going to do it today because I have to find them. Oh, there's 4 of these bigger ones I just remembered. These are pretty. So I like this mix. I think my favorite thing in here, though, I've got to say, is these poinsettia connectors. These ones, this is the other one, the one I didn't paint. There's 4 of those. They're not connectors, they're just charms, links, whatever you want to call them. And I really love the purple pearls. They're a really pretty color, these purple pearls. Oh, that's right, I cut the strand. I was like, why is there some still down in the bottom when I picked that up? But these guys, these are really, really pretty color of pearls. I really like them. And the other thing I really love is probably, I like lepidolite. This is a pretty lepidolite. And the amethyst teardrop, the big pendant teardrop, is very, very pretty. So those things are my favorite things in this box. This is a nice chain. My least favorite, of course, is the jump rings and the matte adventuring, because I really don't care for it. But I think I can actually shine that up some. We'll see. Get back down here. so you don't get junked up. I do need to make at least one more snowflake, and for my Christmas show, so could even use some of these. Hey, Anastasia. I'm not sure I can even find any more of these. It's a paint pen. It's made in China, so you know you can't find so many things from there anymore. So I just got a few colors of these paint pens. I have yellow, red, orange, and pink, because these colors are the ones that don't generally come in mixes. When you get for some reason, even though red is pretty basic and yellow are pretty basic colors, in my opinion, a lot of times they won't come in the mix. And I've been working on finding a new mix I like. This one is pretty good. It's called I can't pronounce it. Niseko or Nikeko or something like that. But I will warn you, if you get these, the pin tops, which on my old set, my Stas, were pretty basic to what the color of the pin was. These don't match. Because I've tried a few of them, and like this one looks like a steel blue, and it's not. Let me see if I can find something to write on. Well, this one's closer to its pin top, but see, it's darker than. But this is a really pretty color. I like this color. But like this one looks like a lime green, and it's more of an olive green. So that is one thing you need to test before you start using a lot of things like this, is make sure that the color of your cap actually is what your pin color is, and not a lot of times. Yeah, I think these earrings are going to be really cute. I got some green on my mat. Surprise, surprise, since I was painting directly on the mat. Oh dear, Anita, you're not feeling good. I'm sorry. That's a good idea, Kimberly. Put a dot on the lid so you know exactly what color it is. For instance, this one is the black, and it looks silver gray from its lid, but it's the black. That works good. It's a good thought. Thanks, Kimberly. I hadn't thought of it. This one is, this one's almost black too. See there? And its lid does not look like, ooh, that had some on the edge of it. And now it's on my mat. Oh well. So, and now it's on my fingers. But anyway, before I put these together, I'm going to take these out and spray them with some Krylon spray when they dry a little more, and then I'll hook them together. Well, actually, I think they're pretty dry right now. I can go spray them right now if you guys don't mind my waiting. I do wait to do that. You don't want to see my desk. You really don't, because it's a mess. I have crap piled all around me. But if you insist, let's pull you guys off. I'll show you. Da-da-da. See? Piles everywhere. I need to clean it up again, because I tend to make a big mess with all my junk. I get stuff and then I look at them and then I just drop them beside me instead of putting them away like a good girl would. Whoops. So your desk looks like mine. So you have this clean spot right here. The rest of it is a mess. And one thing I didn't just show. Let's I'm gonna push up. I doubt if I'm gonna make anything more today. So let's just go up. So, and you saw the shelf behind me there when we flip. And so my desk is a mess. Actually, I'll even show you more mess because I do have more mess. No, I don't. I know where a great deal of it's at, but I don't know where everything's at. But let's flip again. So here's my tripod where my phone, this is my phone holder where I just took it off, and this is my tripod arm. You see, I'm notorious for hanging finished things on my tripod frame. There's one of the snowflakes we made the other day. This is a light right here. There is the sun catcher we made, but I still am missing that one crystal. I did order one. So there is the other snowflakes we finished, and those are earrings hanging on those wires over there. So I tend to have a mess. Oh, and there's our tablet. See, and it's on another holder where I've got bracelets hanging. So I've got all kinds of things hanging everywhere. So I did, before I had my knee surgery, I took everything off of the desks and I got storage boxes and I started separating beads and things out. So there's glass beads over there. Gemstones are in this one over here behind me. And then I still have stuff that I haven't sorted. And so I did straighten them out a little bit more yesterday, but as you can see, I'm starting to pile things back up here again, so I need to take them all off. And like metal pieces, I haven't got those sorted. They're just in baggies and stuff. So I do need to do that. Oh, that's good. That's good, Anastasia. They work really nice. So we have, gosh, I didn't mind the little bit of green, but I do mind that black spot I put on my mat. Though, of course, I can't, if it really bugs me, I can always just take the tack out and move and flip the mat over. But, but yeah, I had this whole side over here all cleaned, and this side over here too. And then I get new stuff, and I look at them, and then I just drop them. And I should be putting them away as I get them, but I haven't been. And so I need to make a point of doing that one of these days, getting them back all out. You've taken up more than a third of your lounge. Well, this is actually my dining room. I've got about half of the dining room taken over, so um yeah. So I need to take these poinsettias out and spray them with Krylon. I spray them with Krylon enamel spray. Let's see. It's up there. To help preserve them. Actually, I guess this one is Rust-Oleum. I either use Rust-Oleum or Krylon. This is Rust-Oleum clear gloss, 2 times Ultra Cover Clear Gloss Rust-Oleum. And that's what I either spray them with this or clear enamel from Krylon, whichever I grab when I go and get one when I'm getting low. So this is what I'm got to spray our poinsettias with. So anyway, this is a little, I'll know, oops, looks like I went off for a bit. So how do I apply it? How many coats? Usually just one. If I think it's something that's going to get a lot of rubbing, I might put 2 coats on, but usually just one. I just spray it pretty good. Take them out in the garage and spray them. I obviously don't spray it in-house. So, so anyway, we're going to go for the day. And I'll try and think of what I want to make for us for tomorrow. If anybody has anything they want me to make, please let me know. We can do that. It's a little bit shorter than normal today, but I think we're good. And I hope you enjoyed opening the new Bargain Bead Box with me. And I hope you like these earrings. I think they're going to be really pretty. And of course, I do have a show coming up on Black Friday weekend, which is Christmas show. So there's even going to be Santa Claus there. So I probably will be making more Christmas type items like earrings and such. Oh, I did mention making some seed bead tassels, didn't I, Dawn? I almost forgot about that. You know, we can do some seed bead tassel earrings, and we can use some Christmas colors, or even just, well, you know, when I try to do Christmas earrings, I try to make them just be red or green or crystal or blue, something that you can wear all the time if you want to. It just doesn't have to be Christmas. So yeah, we can make some tomorrow. I have some little silver seed beads. I have some gold seed beads. We have some red little bicones. We got all kinds of things we could use. Yeah, tasseled earrings tomorrow. Yeah, we can do that. And I think you'll find they're lots of fun. They're a little time consuming. They're a little bit redundant to make them, but they are a lot of fun to make them. So yeah, we'll make tassel earrings tomorrow. That sounds good. So we'll see you all tomorrow. This has been Rose from Rose's Garden, and I hope you have a lovely Veterans Day, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Love you too, Beth. You have a great day too, Cindy. Bye-bye.